up at 8:30, so a little bit of time yet before it comes on, but go ahead and just welcome you guys for now and give the announcement for the event. Maybe just leave this thing up with some music playing until it starts, and should be a good night. Excited to see these two powerhouses battle it out, and as soon as the action gets going, we'll be in there watching, guys. Two friends of mine and two very strong players. Should be a very, very good time. So, we'll be back in a little bit. Just gonna let the stream go for a moment as we wait for people to show up, and then hopefully we get some attendance to watch the match, and of course you can watch it live on Italian Machine stream as well, so give him a shout out. Make sure you guys go check out that stream and follow him as well. Be right back. Hey, what's up, DM? Nice to see you again. Notice my chest thing got bumped here as I walked by. There we go. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna stop moving now. Yeah, good to see you, man. How's it going? Should be a good night. I can't wait to see these two powerhouses battle it out. Good stuff, right? It's gonna be exciting for sure. I wonder if they've ever played before. Yeah, exactly, right? Let's see, can I search his game history? I'm not sure if I can. I can search my own game history, like, for certain things, but... Yeah, it looks like you can see your own stuff but not other people, so I'm not sure. These guys said that they're friends, so I'm sure they have played before. I was just kind of curious, like, which way the games have been going when they did play each other. Interesting, right? right there. That should be better. Try to get the light more on me, less on the board. Something like that should make this more visible. If we ever want to use a demo board, makes more sense like in a classroom setting though, and like a stream, I think. Because here he's got the board that uses the actual game board, right? All right, well, keeping an eye out for if their game starts, and I guess I could also check out his stream. I know Italian Machine's streaming this as well, so. Cool, yeah, so I got his stream to open up, and then that way, I've got the game board opened up. I'm actually watching Miles TV, so that's FM Lorne TV, and that should help me not miss the start of their game. You know, if they start playing, I'll be able to see if they fired it up, and then we can jump over and watch the action, right? So, should be all set. Yeah, we're looking for about maybe like 25 more minutes before we start. Getting excited to go golfing too. I gotta get in some rounds before I see it, man. I didn't golf at all in 2020. Not one time in 2020 did I golf. Crazy, huh? Well, I see. He's doing puzzles right now. So Italian Machine is warming up with some puzzles. Nice. And you guys can, of course, check that out too on Italian Machine TV. So give you guys a shout out again for Italian Machine. But I'm pretty excited to cover these. You know, two strong players like this play, it's always fun to watch. I like his, he's got a really cool gif, like a little Yoshi guy dancing around when somebody follows. That's kind of exciting. Nice idea for sure. Always like seeing different ideas people do with streams, you know. So many ways you can stream. And layouts, you know, look at things, that kind of stuff. Like, what are they doing, you know? Always something you can learn from somebody. Relax and wait, I guess. It's just like going to any other event, right? It's like kind of like waiting in line, only the line is just the time between now and when they play each other. But, looks like Miles is 22.89. I wonder what Machine is. Probably including those in that title would be kind of nice too, to get an idea of like where they're at, right? You know, the relative ratings between the two. I guess we could look at all ratings, right? So Italian Machine and Bullet is 2340, Blitz 2257, Rapid 2358. So yeah, looks pretty strong in all categories there. And then Miles, let's check him out as well. See, Miles is 1555 in Ultra Bullet, 2286 in Bullet, 2326. And these stack up really, really well. This is like a, I guess I can put this over here for a minute to show you guys if I can really attach that or not, but the best way to show that. Probably a different scene. We'll go to a different scene later though. But yeah, this will be quite a matchup then. So maybe I should make little cards real quick and put those up here. Could easily add those to the overlay. I think I'll do that. Kind of do like the head-to-head, you know, rating stuff or whatever. It's like a fun thing, right? So. Maybe grab like that. And I'll do the same thing for our other buddy here. Let's close that one. There we go. Cool. Yeah, and then if I add these overlays, that should be nice. It's like after a while, you start to know what song's coming next. I've listened to these things so many times now. All right, where are they at? There's Italian Machines. Cool. That's a little bit big, you know, but we can still the best way to show these. Then these are pretty big. To see anything useful, right? Maybe I should cut part of this off. Just put it by the respective player, right? I don't really need his crazy house or his correspondence, really even his classical. Let's just look at these. Put it right next to the player, right? So we can do that, nice and big. Seems nice to me. Kind of get an idea of like the matchup, you know, just like you do like in boxing, you know, like what's the guy's reach, you know, what's and then of course I'm not really sure what time control they're going to play either, but obviously the time controls could slightly change the favorite based on rating, right? I mean, it seems like these two are awfully close though. Awfully close. Let's go ahead and grab this other guy here. It's, let's see. Lorne is right here. Cool. I'll just try to size this thing similarly, showing similar ratings and everything. There we go. Maybe scrunch that down there. So yeah, you can maybe we should make that one more, make the two kind of more similar in terms of their sizes, right? So it's interesting. Maybe just putting them over here would be better, like stack them, right? Because that's really hard to see. Hey, what's up, Ola Pals? How you doing, man? Yeah, let's grab the other one and move him over here too, so we can like kind of really see both together, and then hopefully get them both big enough we can kind of enjoy them, right? So that seems about right. Yeah, so there we go. So you can see, you know, really like I was saying, 2286 bullet compared to, you know, 2340 bullet. I mean, that's obviously, you know, it's different sections there, 22 versus 23, but awfully close, really. I mean, you could see either one of those guys switching, you know, or being close to the other one over time. Blitz, 2257, 2356, so, and they swap opposite ways too. Is that what we're seeing here? Let's look at that again. So, lower, higher, higher, lower. And then these two, they're almost the same, right? But still higher. So you got to give Italian Machine 2 categories there. We got a match coming up. We're going to watch Italian Machine play FM Lorne. They're going to be playing a match later on, so I was just kind of sizing them up right now, looking at the two players and comparing their rating stuff. Of course, some kind of gap or break between these would be helpful as well. Let me add something for that. I'm just going to grab a break, call it like a divide or something. And that should just help you to see, you know, better what pieces go with which pieces here. So let's see, maybe this one. Okay, this looks, I realize this is ridiculously big right now, but in a moment we're going to size this guy down and turn him into a little break. So we're going to take a nice little image here and make it into a nice little line, and then we'll use that line to divide these guys up, right? So, and maybe make it brighter. Looks like it's a little bit dark. I mean, the line is there, but man, you'd be hard pressed to see the line, right? So it exists, but not quite as beautifully as I'd hoped, right? So I thought maybe a darker one would be good because it's a dark background, but probably light would actually be good here. So let's do a lighter one. Let's grab this one. Ah, there we go. Kind of nice. Yeah, so that we kind of just see the break between the two. We switch, you know, but yeah, like I was saying, I mean, we're talking really, really close in terms of ratings and stuff. So these should be some very, very good battles. And always fun, too, if you find that person online that maybe has a similar playing strength as yourself. And that way you guys can have those good quality games where it's likely to go back and forth. Instead of just having one person kind of dominate the other one all night. You know, that's somehow less interesting and less fun for everybody, I think, than the games when like, you know, both sides maybe have a chance to win, and as you're watching the game, you kind of get that feeling like things have changed and the other side's winning, that kind of stuff. So anyway, let me go back here and keep an eye out for this game. 8:13, it's about 15 more minutes, and a countdown. Why don't we get a countdown going as well? I think I've seen these all over the place before, so I just grab one of these and then get in that. So let's see here. Select the date to count down to. Alright, well, this isn't exactly perfect. First one I found I don't like that much. Here we go, so let's call it see how this thing works. Okay, so we went April 25th. And then I guess 8:30, right? So Oh, that's kind of cool. I'll take that. That'll work. And then I guess for now I can just make that a screen capture, right? So. Oops. Maybe not a screen capture. Display capture. It'll just take a minute to find it is all. There it is. Cool. Oh, that wasn't so bad to find, was it? Cool. Almost just want the countdown itself. I think I'll take the name off and just grab this little countdown piece. I mean, that's really all I care about is, you know. Apparently I put it in wrong, though. We got hours until the event. Well, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all, does it? So let's let's go back and try that again. All right, let's see here. I want it to be 04. I want the day to be today, 2021. I said it. That's what 15 minutes is all I want. There we go. Oh, I see. I probably did. Oh, I wonder if it defaults to do it that way. Can I not do it? Maybe it's too short of a time for this particular thing based on what I just saw. Well, that's ridiculous. Alright, I've got a local control in Visual Studio I can use as well, if I remember where my apps are at. Maybe I'll try to find those real quick. Of course, by the time I find it, the games will be going, right? About 14 minutes right now. See... Well, I wish that's on my H drive, actually. There it is. It's not time funked. It was... Digital clock. There it is. Cool. Clock is going. Countdown. I wonder how you make this thing. It's almost like the countdown is broken, which is awesome. Man, I was all excited to use this thing too. It's just been a while. But apparently, even though it has a countdown, ridiculous. Oh, I see. It wants me to give milliseconds, so that's fun. Let's do some math, right, guys? Alright, hold on. That's awesome. I see how it works now. Okay. So 900,000 is what I earned this thing. That's ridiculous. There we go. Okay. I see. Alright. And it's actually, now it's 12. Actually, I'd have to sync it up right too. This is even more fun. So 8:18, I'm gonna say 8:18:30 roughly, so that's 11 and a half. This is ridiculous. Yeah, 690,000, I guess. And that'll put us close, so I'll do that as our countdown. There we go. And then I'll make this nice and big, or bigger anyway. And then we'll try to share that same element again. Actually, this is the wrong one. But it is going now, so that's good. And let's just do this screen. There we go. So we can kind of see that, right? It's been the mess, right? A little bit hard to see these digits in this color, but I can change the color as well. Fun little app my friend wrote, or somebody wrote, I guess, a while back, and definitely nice for keeping track of a countdown, right? So we can put that in there. Just keep track of when this thing will fire. Since the website let me down, I had to use my own stuff, right? It's like, all right, well, thought I could use what was online, but anyway, there we go. Got a nice little. I don't know if we really need the left side. I mean, we can make it bigger, right? So we just take away the extra part that isn't part of this, and just go to the main part there, right? So cool. All right, that'll work out nicely. Close that. Seems pretty good. And grab that left edge. And make it about what it's about, right? not going to get bigger than 10, so. There we go. And then hopefully they start right on time, right? That'd be great. So yeah, looks like he's still doing puzzles, and so yeah, I'll be right back. Just want to get some refreshments and stuff and be ready here. Oh, I see with the 9 it does look kind of funny though, huh? So maybe just go a little bit smaller so we can show that left digit. It's weird, when it was a 1 it looked, you know, fit in there easily, but then of course the 0. Alright, cool. There we go. And we'll be watching them soon, guys. Wish I had popcorn, you know. Popcorn's the right thing to have for this kind of stuff. Just sit back and watch a match with some meat, you know. Your snacks going. It's always good. All right. Still got him up here so I can see what's going on. And nice. Cool. I got our stream side by side on my laptop so I can kind of keep an eye over there what's going on. And got this countdown going still, so I'm hoping we'll be seeing him soon. I'm actually going to tune in a little bit so I can hear what he's saying. It's fun to watch him do puzzles, actually. Wow. Yeah, it should be a good night, guys. It'll be fun. I guess I just watch my own stuff for now and stay ready to go, you know? I don't know if you guys get excited for matchups like this, but I certainly do. You know, it's not very often you have two friends that are both in the master classification that are playing each other. So that to me is just awesome. Of course, every Thursday I play National Master Nichols and try to do something kind of similar, but obviously with myself not being a titled player yet, the matches don't quite have this level of quality. So that's why it's going to be pretty special once it starts. And I am ready to switch scenes. So as soon as I see one of their games fire up, boom, we'll get in there, see what's going on, and that would be great. So. Oops. Looks like I just minimized that. There we go. There's our counter. But yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be great. Good stuff. Make sure emotes are all available. Get ready for the match, right? wonder what opening they're gonna play. Maybe we should do a poll on that one. Actually, it'd be hard though, right? There's so many different openings. You could play the French, the Carl Khan, the Sicilian, Dutch, bird defense. I mean, the options go well past the 5 or 6, whatever the default is. So I don't think we're likely to be correct, guys. But I'm gonna guess it'll be a queen pawn game. To say it like that, right? I think the first game will be a queen pawn. Let's go with that. I guess we can do that kind of stuff. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 44 or less moves. Let's see what else. I'm gonna guess that one of them castles queenside. It's fun, you know, just kind of mix it up a little bit. Maybe I should write these down somewhere too, so I can keep track of all this stuff. Know if I got any of these things right at the end. All right, there we go. So, no one download that. Cool. All right, so we got queen pawn, 44 moves or less. This is for game 1. And one will castle queenside. Let's see if I get any of this right. You guys want to make guesses on this stuff? Anybody else want to take some guesses here? You're welcome to. You don't have to. But we'll see how that goes for me. Trying to keep some analysis going as well. I've got an engine all set up, so I should be able to follow along with the game and see Stockfish's advice as we go through this. Get an idea what the computer's thinking throughout the thing, as well as my own thoughts, you know. Maybe talk about pawns, weaknesses, that kind of stuff. See if we can identify those things. If you're able to find a weakness, sometimes you can understand that's piece maybe you're going to win, right? So identify a weakness, win something, right? Can't identify the weakness, difficult to win the game of chess. Alright, still 3 minutes. Refresh this page, make sure I'm not missing it. Nope, nothing missed yet. And I'll give you guys one of the links I'm looking at. So this is one of the links I'm at right now, and I'll give you guys another one as well. And this will be the other one to check out, because this is, you know, one of these two is where they're going to be. If you watch it from Miles' side of you, that's going to be FM Lorne. You'll be on his side of the board. If you watch it from Italian Machine's side, you'll be watching it obviously from his side of the board. So maybe Machine side is an interesting way to go here, right? And the only reason I say that is, actually no, maybe we should do Miles. I don't know if Miles is streaming or not. That's the other question. If one of them isn't streaming, getting the other side would be helpful, right? But if they're both streaming, then it's like, you know, that view exists somewhere. But I'm excited. 2 more minutes to go. Not too much longer, 8:28 p.m. So I would expect this thing to be kicking off pretty much any minute. And like I said, hopefully get some really good games. And of course, we're going to learn something, because these are title players. So when I watch title players play, I'm paying attention to those moves and saying, hey, what of this can I use in my own chess, right? Well, you know what I should have done? And I'll fix it now. That top one, I probably should have only kept up to bullet, right? Because we didn't show ultra bullet for the other player. That might have been kind of confusing if you're trying to line them up, right? See that being a bit confusing. Let's do that. So now I got the same with the same, right? So, and that divide guy can move up a little bit. So probably get a little bigger now too, I guess. There we go. And then, yeah, the ones in the bottom as well. Yeah, and I'll get this right next time, too. Always fun to create new scenes, come up with new ideas, you know? That one's not clickable. Ah, there it is. Huh. It just looks like the sizes are different, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to get this bottom one to look a little bit bigger so we can really kind of take in the size difference there, right? So, there we go. That looks a little bit better to me. You got sizes you can match up better. 2286 to 2340, 2326 to 2257, and then 2327 to 2358. These, like I said, these ratings couldn't really be much closer together. A lot of oscillation, you know, one higher, one lower type thing. Although I will say, look at that rank in Blitz. What a difference 75 points or so makes, you know, roughly 75. Look at that. Go from being, what, 4,000th to, wait a minute, that's the game, sorry, rank 9,000th Yeah, 16,000 up to 9,000. Then this one, 5,000 to 7,000. So pretty big amounts of people you can pass by gaining a relatively small amount of points at some of these rating levels. Wow. Nice. Nice. Move that up. And part of the reason I'm making all these little tweaks and stuff right now is I do anticipate wanting to use this stuff again. What on earth did I turn on that it wasn't... That one looks good, that one looks good, that looks fine. Actually, maybe that one doesn't look good. Maybe it's... Yeah, it's this one that's messed up, isn't it? I see that now. We're going way past, aren't we? We just want to be like right about there, right? And then that means this thing should move over as well. There we go. And like I said, I'll use this again in the future. We'll have some other people doing a matchup. Maybe we've got emotes for both people, and why not show them, right? Nice. I appreciate you guys watching this today. Looks like we went past the countdown, so I guess I should probably just disable that layer, because they're not playing yet. Countdown's over, so oh well. We can just hope it happens soon, I guess. Close that window. If I can close that countdown window. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's a countdown finished. I see. Okay. I want to make sure I knew that happened. All right, cool. Refresh this. No game yet. We just keep waiting, I guess. Hopefully soon, though, right? Go back to Twitch, make sure I'm not missing anything. Maybe my computer's like lagging or something, or Lee Chess is lagging for me. Doesn't seem too likely, right? There he is. All right. Time machine. I should probably make these both match, actually. They do, okay, good. Alright. Hopefully not too much longer, we'll have this thing going, so... So he's getting ready to do something here. Alright, give him my follow, so that's good. Now I'm following him. Like I said, hopefully we see this game show up soon. Kind of hear him a little bit on my stream. All right, I'll go ahead and close that then, so I'm not being too distracted there. All right, well, good stuff. I should listen to this stream at all. If you guys with music, I could listen to what he's saying over there. Might not be a bad idea. Of course, you guys wouldn't hear what he's saying, but I would, I guess. You could tune into both streams if you'd like also. I really want to take in this match fully, though, so that's why I'm doing this. And I understand, if you guys want to go watch his stream as well, go ahead. You know, it's Italian Machine's fantastic, really strong player, and I'd love to be there watching too. You know, I just thought it'd be fun to give coverage on my my stream as well. For those that don't know about where to go to watch it, and then as people come here, I expect them to just go over there. You can even do some raids, send them off during the thing, right? So. Cool. Crazy. Yeah, it was so loud I thought it was coming through my speakers. Holy cow. Interesting commercial. Alright, here we go. action right there. At least now I know what's going on. I kind of hear, on his stream, or where we're at, and when we might actually get this thing going. So. I'm messaging him to help him out, but I don't think he hears me. All right, cool. He's got it. He's saying that FM Lorne is offline, so still wait for them to come up with both BMI together. Alright, he sent the challenge out. I can see the challenge is there. Challenge is going. Once they lock in, we'll switch over and hopefully see them, right? So, I see. Oh, I see. So FM Lorne is booting up his stream right now, and that's why we don't have action quite yet. I see. All right. Well. There we go. Nice and quiet. So yeah, we'll keep it, keep some volume here so I can hear what's going on, and then hopefully the next little while here, we'll be watching this action, right? Alright, let's get set up with all my analysis tools. Good to go. Feeling good. Feeling really good. Should be fun. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Better, both hands better. Kind of looks nice, the board cut off almost. Just kind of like an interesting background. Trying to do something back here so it's not just like wide open and empty, right? Got this wall behind. Everybody else got the purple backgrounds, the fun lighting, Streamers are amazing. If you guys go around different streams, really cool stuff people have going on. Alright, cool. So you just have to challenge out. We're going to get over there soon and we'll be good. Here we go. Here we go. Getting excited. And then, like I said, we'll switch scenes here in a second. And, okay, the challenges are still being sent, so it's exciting. Nothing like good quality chess on stream. He says that, this is Italian Machine speaking, he says that his FIDE rating is 2 points, Miles' rating that is, which is FM Lorne, is 2 FIDE points lower than Machine. So they're both, not only in the rating classes here on Lee Chess, but also and over the board chess, extremely close. 2 ELO separating them and over the board chess. That's pretty amazing. And that's a very small margin, right? And it makes these, like if these games were happening and over the board chess, it was for rating and everything, it'd make the games that mean, oh, they're going. Let's get over there. Haha, here they are. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna mute this. Oh wait, they just started again. Oh no, the game's going. The game's going. Okay, good. All right, turn the volume off for now. Keep an eye on my own stream. And here we go, off and running. So 1d4. And Stockfish likes D5 there. Of course, there's a lot of options at that point, so maybe wait on the engine analysis for a little while, right? Okay, let's keep up with this game. Should be pretty simple. 10-minute game should be too hard to keep up with. Okay, so it could be like some sort of Indian defense, or a Banco, or a Benoni. Okay, possibly gonna be Queen's Gambit decline, depending on what we do with these pawns. What will Black do here? Move suggested by the computer. Comes out with that Nimso Indian, right? Good stuff. And right now, we're just, I think we're in main theory right now, right? So, good stuff. Pretty, I don't like to allow this actually myself as white, even though I probably should. Yeah, Nimso Indian defense, normal line being played here, so nice. There we go. And, yeah, so Stockfish slightly liking Black more at this exact moment. Actually, a lot more now after the E3 move and knight to F3. Wow, so showing that Black is playing extremely accurately and well already. Although B6 wasn't what the computer anticipated there. So, it's interesting, right? And this is actually what we were studying together on stream a little while ago, right? We went through that, went through some of those book games together, and all right, castles away. Maybe it's interesting, once they castle. Now, in the book we read, it was bishop takes knight, I think, was one of the lines that we saw happening now, and then maybe after bishop takes knight, you can play moves like knight to e4, but it didn't happen. This will give White a chance to retreat the knight and kind of walk away from some of the pawn structures and stuff that we normally see in this type of position. So maybe knight to e2, a decent idea, right? Walk away from that. Keep your pawns healthy. I mean, opponents give me the chance to do so. But it's not the most obvious move, even though it might be strong, because part of you is going to be thinking, man, bishop takes knight on f3, and then pawn takes back. Wouldn't that weaken my king side too much? But in the book we looked at, and also now the engine as well, agreeing knight to e2, top move for White. So, all right, if it doesn't make that, now Black back with a slight advantage again. So, fun stuff. What do you guys think? Any of you guys play the Nimso Indian? Like I said, I don't really allow it as white. I find it to be pretty strong, and it'd be good for me to watch what Italian Machine does against this, and the way he handles those bishops. Because you do get the bishop pair. Of course, you've lost some healthy pawns. And I'll say Jakob Argard, and yeah, the c5 idea is very, very nice. So what Jakob talked about was the idea of like getting this knight to c6 over to a5, so you have the knight attack the pawn, the bishop attack the pawn, the rook comes over, attacks the pawn, and then when you take here, that's just enough to win this pawn. So you've got maybe like queen, bishop, and knight available as defenders, but if you look at those three pieces attacking, and then also maybe queen to c7, this pawn ends up sometimes just having a little bit more pressure on it than what white has for defenders. So you can kind of anticipate maybe having to lose that pawn, and then, and of course, maybe Black just goes off with this, right? Why follow Fortuna's ideas at all? All right, so we've got this is why they're national masters, man. Offers the pawn on c3, but not really, right? This is really pretty. It knows that if they take, the queen goes there, and up that knight, nowhere safe to go, right? They're all controlled, rather. All these squares are controlled by white pieces. Yeah, so Black says, okay, I'll just cement the knight there because I can't grab the pawn safely. And now I might see a move like queen to c2, or I can't imagine bishop here. I just can't imagine. I think eventually you're gonna want to push this pawn forward, and then having the bishop active on the king side would be more useful. It's like playing it behind this pawn just seems so passive, you know. Tough choice to make that way. Yeah, hits this guy, so sends him in anyway. Same problem though, right? If he goes in, can't get out, so head back here kind of thing, right? That's probably what Machine's thinking anyway. And computer likes knight takes knight though, so rather than taking the pawn, take the knight. So and maybe that gives a square for this knight. For my own games, let's say these two knights are hitting into each other, right? We've talked about this before on my stream. If the knights were hitting into each other, then you'd almost always want to exchange, because then this knight gets a good square, and that's kind of what's going on here. Both knights potentially might end up wanting some of the same squares, so maybe that's why this is being suggested. And interesting, right? And time-wise, they're both right about the same exact place on time, which is nice. Good stuff. Let's get back over here so I can hear the music you guys are hearing as well. I was listening to Italian Machine stream earlier. There we go. Oh yeah, good music. Say about my own music, but this is fun. So again, Stockfish recommending this knight takes knight move. But no, Mal says, bringing the knight back. And maybe that indicates knight to c6 is going to come, and the knight to a5. These same ideas I talked about before. Rook over, and then getting lots of pressure on that c pawn. Could be part of the plan, right? Ooh, that's an interesting choice. I say this because this pawn, right? This guy seems a bit weak if this is left open, but maybe this pawn captures so natural that yeah, see? Machine's thinking like I'm thinking, like, hey, let's keep pressure on this pawn. Let's not just capture with this guy, because, you know, this way, like I said, rook, at the end of everything, the rook could end up being there, right? This, that, this, right? And the rook ends up there. Pressure here could be nice. Nice little weakness. That's what we look for in chess, some kind of weakness, something to kind of work with, right? And I probably myself have less to comment on with this one, probably because I don't play the Nimzo that often, right? Stockfish likes bishop takes knight. I guess I probably could start showing those moves. And now knight to g5 being suggested by the PC, right? So Stockfish likes this knight to g5 move right now. I could probably try to keep that analysis up for you guys, just show you guys the next move cam kind of thing. And if not knight to g5, the next choice, so maybe make this one green. Next best, knight takes f6. Next best, d5. So those are the three moves suggested by Stockfish in that order. So go, you know, green, blue, yellow as an order for highest. And all three of those moves come with a 2-pawn advantage to white. So white has made some progress in the opening and is doing quite well. Part of that being the bishop pair. And it's interesting too, because you look at it, this is all positional advantage. There's no material that speaks to what I'm seeing Stockfish say, but Stockfish looks at the board and says, you know, the side that's more active, the side that has the better maybe initiative and things like that is white. And perhaps looking a bit at that pawn on e6, and then considering once that pawn goes, as so often in chess, other pawns can go as well. So should it fall off the board. So good stuff. Now try to do the same thing, maybe around here, like around move 14, 15. Start putting that computer analysis up for you guys, so you guys can see kind of what some of the top moves in the position are. Definitely helps me out as well. These are what might be considered like some candidate moves, and we can also see these two masters and see how often they find one of these top 3 moves, right? Nice. So queen move instead. And now we've got top move here. I'm sorry, I'll do that green. That's the top one. Next is knight takes e4. And next move that I see right now is h6. So there they are. So that's what the PC's thinking about. Maybe make this contested, make it red because they're both kind of going there. I don't know, use a different color, right? So top line, bishop takes knight. Next best line, knight takes knight. Next best line, h6. And let me know too if the arrows are getting in your way or hurting your vision of the game. I can stop doing this. But otherwise, I can definitely keep adding. It's up to you guys. So I thought it'd be kind of a neat way to show what the engine was thinking as we watch. But Miles chooses that third one. And now I get back to the other side of the board. Let's see, Knight takes this one, top move. And DC5 being offered as well. And then after that, Knight to G3. So those moves, all kind of related to squares the Knight can attack, right? So yeah, I was gonna say that D takes C5 move is awfully hard to find. You know, tripling your pawns, not normally, you know, and leaving two double pawns as well. Not the most natural decision there, right? So both of them chose number 3. Now they're coming a bit faster, where I can't really get analysis in time. But I can definitely get caught up over here. So I think I'm caught up now. Let's see what they got. D5 was being suggested. Whoa! Look at Machine finding some moves here, right? Using the knight to attack the rook because pawn capture would allow this queen to come through on the rook. That's nice. That's the kind of stuff Machine does to me too, man. They can, oh, look at that. The rook has no safe square. The knight's on it. That's pretty nice. What are we supposed to do here? Maybe knight out, it says. But yeah, wow. So queen takes e6 is the top move right now. Which is interesting because you think, you know, as a human player, you want to do this right away, right? And it's just like, oh, why don't I just take there? In fact, I'd want to take here, and if queen takes, I'd actually want to take here with the bishop, right? Or some kind of wild move, but I don't know. Fun stuff. I mean, this is stronger, but like I said, human-wise, you know, do you do this or do you do that? Yeah. Machine finds it. He finds the top line. Wow. Looks at the board and says, you know what? I think I can do it this way. Oh, because look at this. Both the rook and the knight will attack DC. Yeah, he understands what's important here. Wow. One day, guys. One day I hope to play like this, but you know, it's these titled players that can do these kind of things. You know, I'm still back there just playing with the masses. You know, just playing games, trying to give a good fight. But man, you just see this stuff and you're like, yep, that's good chess. That's good quality chess. You know. Yeah. So also, bishop takes pawn is possible because then this guy becomes loose. What does it compete? Yeah, bishop takes pawn, top move. So the move that I saw, top move suggested by the engine. Next best, knight takes h6 also being suggested. And then after those two sacrifices, d5, the other move being suggested. So you want to make this right, I guess. There's two pieces both being suggested to go there. And again, it's because the knight on f6 gets loose afterwards, right? So you take with either one of those guys, and then this guy right here would fall off the board, right? Rook takes knight. So good stuff. So yeah, Machine finds the top line. Like I said, pretty obvious move if you look at it. Like, yeah, that'll be helpful. Also, pawn. Oh no, you can't mate. I was thinking it'd be checkmate, but no, not quite. All the squares are covered, but unfortunately that knight is looking after e8, so that's not going to work. PC, I don't think this is going to get found. PC likes that move. That's not the most natural move there. Hey, how's it going, Robert? It's good to see you. We're just watching two powerhouses battle it out here. Italian Machine versus Miles, which is FM Lorne. What's up, Eric? And I'm trying to give some live analysis as you watch the game go on. Now, Italian Machine had a real shocker of a move, knight to f5 on move 18. Yeah, knight to f5. Yeah, right now it's actually white. Italian Machine holds a 7.14 pawn advantage after this move. And you can just feel it. You can just feel the pain, you know? It's like this guy's going and this guy might be hanging now. It's kind of just been like ever since knight to f5, that power move, recognizing the pressure of the queen and the rook on that rook that was on e7 without knight protection at the time. That knight to f5 move, this was the real killer. From g3 to f5, there was a pawn on e6. It didn't matter because there was a battery here with queen and rook on the e7 rook at the time. And man, ever since then, it's been all white, you know. It does look nuts, and look at all White's pieces. Like, how do you get this, man? Like, how do you get those pieces around the king like that? Just so gorgeous, you know. It seems like now it's just a matter of like technique, you know. Yeah, look at him find another strong move. This move's been suggested for a long time by the computer, so. Yeah, right. There you go. I don't know, Roberts. I've seen you have some good attacks too. Gotta have some idea, right? Man. I mean, look at this. So if the knight moves down, well, that's going to be mate. So yeah, the knight basically forced to go up to avoid the checkmate, right? Gotta keep the rook active against this threat. But now, can't you just bring this rook over and threaten mate again? Right? I mean, that seems good enough to me. I guess he could still take this, but maybe that matters. I don't know. These pieces look so good. I guess if they take there though, my idea is not so strong. So maybe like even like bishop up or something's more responsible. I don't know. What's the computer got for this one? Yeah, bishop X, top move by the engine. Next best move, bishop takes h7 check is the next best, and then the third best move being, yeah, I missed it. I missed it. Yeah, so he finds the top move there. Nice job. And now knight down here is going to be the top. Knight takes c4 is the next. This guy, so there, next best. And then after that one, king to h8. So those are the three moves right now that Stockfish is giving. Yeah, and look at Lorne. Lorne finds top move. Goes, hey, let's try to get some of these pieces to leave me alone. Leave me alone, pieces. I don't know though. You can capture and still have everything looking pretty awfully good. Is what I'm about to say. Yeah, it is titled chess, right? It's titled Beautiful Chess, and what a game we're seeing. Let me go ahead and give you guys a live link too for what I'm watching here, and you guys can get in there and watch as well. I don't think he's defending though. I don't know. Maybe it seems Stockfish gives 6 pawns better for White here. I mean, it's you look at the. I mean, it's 4 pawns, right? Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me change the view on that a little bit. It looks like that top piece get a little bit smaller. Let's do this. So, see your alert back to. Is this one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay, cool. Let me just bring this thing up a little bit so you guys can see the material. It's 4 pawns. I mean, 4 pawns is a lot, right? So, let you guys see that material differential there. Yeah. Go figure, you know. 4 extra pawns is kind of a lot. You notice these guys all count together, right? So you got 3 and 3, and then you got these extra 4. Threatens mate, and then would take guard by the knight, right? So because the knight's there, this is actually a mate threat, right? So it says, hey, and it also threatens to win a piece. That's sick. That's sick right there. Look at that. Win some more material. Also threatens, yeah, that check I was going to say right there. Wow. Now it's knight versus rook and knight. This pawn also looks very healthy and very active. Wow. Because where are you going to go, knight? Where are you going to go? Look at this. This is great. Yeah, you can kind of feel this one. I feel that this one's going to be over soon. I think you know, Lorne's pretty creative, but it's just too little, right? When you look at these guys versus the rest of the army there for White. White's got a lot, right? So good game though, good first game. And like I said, I think this one's really going to come down to move 18. You guys are watching this. Move 18, knight to f5. You guys can check it out right here. You arrow back through to move 18. That knight f5 move is definitely the point in the game when everything kind of changed and went from feeling somewhat fair to like, well, that's not. Yeah, I like that. And then take the knight next. Take the knight. There you go. Make it easy, right? Now it's easy. You have no way to lose this really, and kind of just coast to victory at this point. 3 connected passers on the king side. That's going to be enough. Although time advantage to Miles, so maybe Lorne looking for some kind of draw based on time or a win. Win seems unlikely unless that pawn. Yeah, he's gonna go take those pawns first. Machine's like, I'm not gonna lose on time. Yeah, and recognizing the pawns are going away, he's like, I can't even hope for the time thing. I'm gonna get mated and bad things, right? Good game one. Nice game one. And what a move knight to f5 was. I don't know, they might be talking right now about the game, but let's go back and look at that move. Because that was the real shocker, I thought. You know, you look at the position, everything seems kind of fair. But look at this. After the bishop threatened the rook and rook up, this killer move. Let's flip the board so we can really take this thing in. You know, knight to f5, the real shot, right? Because now the rook has no safe square. Knight's attacking it, and then of course you got the battery on the rook on e7, so you can't capture here because the queen and the rook come through. And that, to me, was the point at which it was like, yep, there it all goes. The house is fallen. So let's go ahead and refresh this, and got some analysis over here as well. But yeah, we'll wait for them to play their next game, and good stuff. Good game one. That was a good game one, I'll say that. And computer gives some information here. Got a dubious move played by white of all things. I'm not going to criticize Italian Machine's moves too much because, you know, I actually tend to play this before the bishop comes out, which is also considered dubious, I imagine. All right, game two. Game two, here we go. Game one. Oh, you know what we should do? I should have kept a tab, right, to show, but machine is 1-0 is the score right now, right? And maybe on that analysis screen that I have, we can try to keep track of this. So we're considering this from machine side of view, and it's 1-0. Man, what should I do? I'm gonna try to bring in this other one, so we'll do score, and let me just grab this other app I have here over there. There it is. Cool, nice, good stuff. Yeah, we got this going for sure, right? And then we can just minimize this. You guys can watch the game. Make it nice and small. Hopefully make this thing small. I don't know. Maybe I can't. It's really hard to resize right now because I can't grab this little guy. There we go. All right, now I got it. Now I can make that really small. Get it up there. And it doesn't really have to be too big at all. It just has to fit somewhere, right? So nice and small. Teensy weensy, but we can keep track now of the wins and losses. And again, this is from Italian Machine side, so maybe I should put his name up there too to signify what I'm capturing. And or maybe his image. We'll do his image. How's that? All right, pictures. I'll use the small ones so I don't interfere with your view too much, guys. Man, game two going on already, huh? All right, let's grab this. Grab that. Follow along. Oh, come on. TV, there we go. Got that. Put that over here. Good stuff, all right. Man. All right, let's see if it connects soon. Trompovsky attacking in play, it looks like. Let's see here. Where'd that thing go? So slow I am with these changes, right? Just can't find my folder. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh, they're there. Okay. Good stuff. 7 is... Here we go. So now I got a little machine right here, so we can put him up by that, so we know it's Italian Machine who's got that win so far, right? So kind of like that. We're watching it from his side of the thing for this, so I'll do it that way. There we go. So Italian Machine has 1 win. And that way you know who we're talking about. Here we go. Cool. All right, so good job to Machine in the first game. And in this game right now, it looks like Black has a slight advantage. And again, that's Machine again. So Machine's got a slight advantage here. Computer likes queen takes pawn as a top choice. Number 2 choice, D takes e3. Wait a minute, D takes e3, sorry, it's Black's move, right? So top, I'm switching sides there. It's this one, followed by this one, right? And then the other move it gives is knight to d8, really. So the other move is knight to d8, which just seems like a weird move. It's like, I'm not gonna take the pawn, I'm gonna retreat my knight instead. So this would have actually attacked the knight back, right? So, all right. And the bishop's already come out, so you get a chance to really analyze that. Probably some kind of queen movement, yeah, so top is queen to a5. And then queen to d6 is the next one, and queen to f5 is the next move that is being given. So good stuff. And retreats to d8 also possible. That's probably move number 4 if I would have seen that line. All right, attacking f7 protects it, and then also you always gotta worry about this move coming, right? Like, do you keep these guys like this and offer up the bishop? I mean, then that bishop goes, Black has the bishop pair, and I love this formation. What Italian Machine has here is very, even though it's out of a Trompovsky attack, very similar to what I get in my Carl Khans. Very similar structure as I get in the Carl Khan. Yeah, and Miles finds himself down a little bit still, right? So looks like machine is +1 at this moment. Castles. Wow. Yeah, I think I take on E3. I might want to play this move next. Oh, look at the queen took though. Now what do you do? PC likes this. What else do they like? F5 also being suggested. And next, bishop to D7. So, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And again, it's green, then blue, and then orange for the line order. So, top move, queen to B6 with equality. F5 is 0.15 better for white. And bishop to D7 is 0.83 better for white. So really, you either find this queen to B6 move or you begin to fall back a little bit. And it might not sound like much, that 0.15, but as we go one move further, a lot of times the engine analysis starts to jump. You know, as it sees that one additional line, it can go 0.15 to 0.3 to 0.5. You can see that advantage really take off. So usually you want to either be making moves that give yourself an advantage, you know, kind of like put things back on your side, or you know, definitely don't want to start falling back the other way where your own moves are somehow helping your opponent. But when there's only one move that doesn't improve your opponent's stuff, it's kind of hard, right? So we'll see if machine can find queen to b6 or not. And what are you guys' favorite openings? You know, I play a lot of openings myself. I purposefully try to play almost every opening with the idea that, especially as a streamer, right? If I if I always played the same line, the same opening, you know, you guys would just communicate with each other. Hey guys, Fortuna plays. I know you guys would probably kick my butt all the time. And you guys do beat me a fair amount, but I think changing up the openings and continuing to learn does help me, you know, be a little more competitive against some of you guys sometimes, not let you just have that line that you know against me. Time advantage though, big time advantage. And what has this done to black's position? Yeah, almost a full pawn better with queen to h6. Now I don't know, does Miles find that move? That's top move. Next one, rook f to d1. And then the other move that's being suggested is knight to e4. So those three moves in that order. Of course, queen to h6 prevents castling. Knight to e4 looks to make the rook to d1 move hit a little bit harder. And Miles finds the top move. Good job to Miles. I mean, it's somewhat a move you could see, right? But it's not immediately obvious. And that might tell us, based on what just happened, that maybe h5, the move that I play all the time, maybe that was slightly more accurate, right? Wouldn't allow the queen to get in here. And look at her. See what she did? She occupies h5 now. She wouldn't have got to that square the other way. And then this is really annoying. In fact, that's why when I play the Carl Khan, you'll always see me play h5 immediately. This type of position with this pressure here. You don't think about it at first, but what's it doing, guys? It's keeping this guy tied down. He's got to look after e6. But of course, as black, you want to like get him active, right? Or do something with him. But even here, what if that piece gets pinned? Then that opens up this idea all over again. So anyway, we got queen to a5 is the top move being suggested. Number 2, f5. Bishop comes back out again, huh? Offers up some stuff here, huh? Nice. All right. And oh, it looks like a new follower. And thank you for following. Let me move that alert somewhere else where you could possibly see it in the future. I have no idea. Maybe just on top of the... Oh, I don't lose analysis either, though. Maybe really small down here. I'll put it in that small area there between me and the board. I just don't want to have it cover up anything that we've got in the scenes here. So, yeah, good stuff. All right, rook to d1. We saw rook f d1 being suggested earlier, and this seems... You just kind of feel like machine in these games, at least early on, these first 2 games, getting a lot of active piece play. Knight to e4 just kind of screams to be played, but queen to h6, top move for the engine. So, yeah, I was going to say knight to e4, almost any human plays that immediately. Queen comes out and get away from the rook attack. Trying to think myself about how to improve the position here, but it does give this avoiding the queen trade. Once you'd hate to miss this, right? Makes a move like h3 and your queen just leaves the game. Oops, no, we won't see machine doing that kind of stuff. Or actually, this is Miles' side of the board. So yeah, so this is the top, and then the next one is queen to g4 check, second best move, and the next best is queen to h3. So all queen moves, of course, and that's going to be because of this queen attacking the queen, right? And how often in a blitz game of chess, do you guys lose your queen to something like that, right? You got your queen over there. Queen to a5 comes. You touch a piece. You're like, oh, I'm gonna play you know, this, and you're like, oh no, my queen just died. But yeah, not a titled player. They're gonna save the queen, keep pressure. Again, just like the first time with queen h6 being the top move and finding it, finds it once again. So nice job. Mal's a very accurate player and very strong. Obviously, I mean, he's a title player. Expect that from him, right? But look at this pressure on the f6 pawn, and what are you to do? What are you to do? Do you just push forward? I don't know. It seems bad. If you go forward, there's a check, a capture, a recapture, then this guy can come in. It just feels like White's pieces have access to attack the black king, and somehow these two pieces in particular, their inactivity is what I'm really feeling right now. Ooh, and she seems so harassable there. Like, you know, maybe just like bishop down or something. But I look at that and I say, I don't know. Probably one of the best moves you could play in the position. I probably should be giving, yeah, bishop d3, top move by the engine. Same move I just talked about. Bishop d3, and then knight to h4. Second best, oops, I should do that this way. And then the third best, bishop to e2. So bishop going here instead. Going through it looks kind of rough though, right? There we go. I think it looks better if I do it that way. It kind of layers better. But okay, knight to h4, so finds the second best move, attacking the queen. Controlling g6. Queen to e5, yeah, seems like the way. Now what? Knight back. Alright, so that's the top one. Next one, rook to d3. And after that move, rook to d2. So that's the other one. There's the three right now that Stockfish is giving. Nice. I kind of want to play a move like f4, but I guess if you play f4, you lose b2, so maybe not. Probably not the way, right? Rook d2. If it was my turn, I might play rook d2. Although, how can you give that knight on e4? Right? What's going on there? Because even the knight to f3, the top line gives that knight as well. What's that about? Huh. I don't see it yet. You know, I'm not an engine, right? And let's see, we got knight to f3, queen takes e4, bishop to d. Oh, bishop to d3. That's the killer. Bishop d3 attacking f7. Ah, that's why you're giving this. Okay. And maybe that's why Miles is hesitating. Maybe he's looking at this and saying, hey, wait a minute, what if I let him capture this, play bishop here? How did they stop the mate attack on h7, right? Did I have to give the queen? So it'll be queen takes, That's clever. I mean, it doesn't take that long to see it once you look for it, but at first I'm like, hey, aren't we just leaving a knight hanging? But yeah, we absolutely are with the bishop d3 and pressure on this guy coming, right? So let's do that as like a next move cam kind of thing. So this is the idea about why we're giving this knight here. So I don't know, maybe that's too many arrows though. At a certain point, it's like, at a certain point, it's just too many arrows. Let's stick with the moves being suggested, right? Because otherwise, it's just a bit much. Win expectancy, that's kind of a fun thing. It gives 43.84 win expectancy here. Interesting. Okay, rook goes up. So he finds the number 2 move, and that kind of seems very natural, right? The idea of just coming over here. Oh wow, an instant move, f5, protecting the g7 square. So that was fast and well seen, I guess, right? Knight comes over. What else is there? Knight to f3, also good. And then the other one is knight takes f5. That's an interesting choice. But yeah, knight up, number 1 move again. Yeah, Miles knows how to attack. So maybe game 2, based on what we're seeing, maybe game 2 is going to be Miles doing some stuff, huh? After queen to g7. Oh, I see. If queen to g7 right now, you can capture, and then after the capture, you have knight takes e6 with check with the rook and the knight, which is going to pick up this rook. So yeah, so this move seems natural, but like I said, after this capture, recapture, and the knight takes pawn, it's going to drop this rook, right? We're going to see that right now for sure. Oh wow, and top move by the engine is actually this. That was exciting. Engine top move. And then maybe knight to G. Oh, geez, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a computer, right? So the computer's saying, hey, wait, what if I do this? Check. And if the queen takes, then I can throw this check in. Guarded by the rook, and also there's a pin here. So yeah, that's a pretty sick move. So top move, sorry. And then I think also queen takes G7. Yeah, the move that I was suggesting is number 2. Yeah, that's the number 2 move, and much more obvious, kind of more natural, I guess, right? I wasn't really considering this knight though, and the problems he might have. I was only thinking about going forward with this. I wasn't really considering this knight being attacked by the bishop. Yeah, that's the natural move I was talking about. What about this poor guy? Huh. And your knight. Yeah, this is interesting. All right, so king up is the top move. Next, we have king to h8. And beyond that, we have king to h6. But king to h6 leads to mate in 2, so this is like a horrible choice. Mate in 2 for white. King to f6, white enjoys a 2.71 pawn advantage, and king to h8, 3.47 pawn advantage. So, in all scenarios, white's doing awfully good here. Oh, look at that! The king going forward stops this knight from being attacked. I see. All right, well that didn't work out too bad at all for Miles. So yeah, so Miles now enjoys a 3 pawn advantage, and rook to, sorry, this move is top. Hey, not much, Ned, how you doing? And then the next move, oh yeah, they already made the move, and he chose the top one again. Miles seeing it so well. All right, top move here for black. Like, I can't keep up. I mean, it's like the last 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not going to keep up with this with engine analysis. We'll just watch these two beautiful players play wonderful chess against each other, right? And time could become a factor. 2 minutes for Miles, even though he's got that better position, he enjoys almost a 3.45 pawn advantage right now. 3.15, I guess. Nice advantage, but still the time, right? Is Miles considering trying to get some kind of back rank attack here? Maybe rook take. I think taking this pawn is pretty natural, right? This is game in 10. Game in 10. So this is 10 plus 0 time control. And yeah, he's gonna threaten checkmate. Why not? I think we'll see one of these pawns, probably this one, come forward or something, right? Wants to create that square for the king. There it is. Yeah, you'd hate to see the game end that way, right? Like, oh, come on. Alright, so minute and 46 seconds to play for white here. Plenty of time though. And Miles was playing that really fast stuff before oh wow. Sets up some nice stuff, right? Kind of feel that pressure along that diagonal now. Definitely. But you're already up the exchange's way. Maybe you can just do this. Maybe you can just take a pawn and then take this pawn, like somehow that might be enough. But f4. This might be letting black back in the game a little bit. Let me get caught up here. Yeah, this is crazy. Knight to d3, it's saying is equal now. Knight to d3 would be equal. Knight to f7 would be 1.64 pawns better for white, and knight to g6. Knight to g6 would be 1.71 pawns better for. Yeah, and he finds it. He finds the equalizer. So, in time trouble, Miles begins to let machine back in this thing. This is wild. This is why it's so hard to beat somebody like with an Italian machine. Game looks so lopsided for a while. One little move like f4, where maybe a different move would have been suggested, and all of a sudden, quality back on the board, right? Wow. Man, you just kind of feel these black pieces all over white now. Is knight takes or bishop takes better? I was considering that, and the engine actually likes this move. Wow. And it's all equal though. It's not giving anything better than equality here. I thought it was gonna be a lot more than equality. I thought it was like black was ahead somehow. It feels like black's ahead, but no. All of these moves being given with equality, 0.00. Huh. Who knew, right? So second best move played by Miles there. Or sorry, by Machine. Pawn up. So king to h1, top move still equal. Man. It's equal, but I tell you, as a human, I feel like black's all over me. Just a perpetual here? Is that what it's... Rook to d1 check, king to h2, rook to... Yeah, the PC wants a perpetual here. I don't know. I mean, of course, the king can't really come out because this bishop's waiting, right? So, I mean, yeah, I kind of pictured machine going for more here. And now it's got white way better after rook to d7. It says rook d7, white is way better. Rook to b3, also white slightly better. And knight to f3, equal. So this one is white still slightly better. We got ourselves a game again, guys. But look at the time, though. That's probably why. That's why we're seeing machine do this. You know, the time advantage so lopsided, right? Almost double. Mate threatened. That was a mate threat. Oh no, it wasn't a mate. I'm sorry, I was looking at the other rook. I was looking at the white rook being our rook. That's the white rook, not ours. I'm used to our rooks being back there, not the white ones. Knight to g3. We're back to another. Knight to g3. Oh, I see. This guy's stopping the mate. Otherwise, wouldn't that have been nice? Knight checks, king over, bishop in, mate. But no, not mate, because this guy's looking over the square, right? So machine goes back and tries to line it up again. Wow. Miles playing in time trouble pretty well here. Oh, that's a blunder. Drops the rook. Oh no. Miles with a huge blunder there. That's not good. Look at machine go with these moves. Enjoys the time advantage and is using it with fast moves as well. Wow. So machine might go 2 up here. Hey Adriana, how you doing? Wow, look at this pawn going, guys. That was one fast pawn. Could have pushed it again. Okay, so machine goes up 2. 2 for machine, none for Miles so far. 2-0 and 0, right? So good stuff. Wow. I wonder if I should use my other view for this. Well, draws. There's always a chance of a draw. I'll leave it the way it is. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Yeah, looks like that's all right for you guys on screen. So good game. Wow. What was the turning point in that one? I wonder. We go back through. Trompovsky attack begins the game. Kind of felt like right out of the gate, white was winning. You know, I felt like white had a really nice game going. And, okay, next game, game 3, guys. Game 3. Machine again enjoys the white pieces. D4. All right, last time we saw knight to f6. We actually saw a Nimso Indian last time. Bishop was out here. E6. You know, those kind of these are black's moves. White last time choosing this and this. So that's what we saw last time. Machine won that. Miles goes back into a similar line to begin, and machine says absolutely, absolutely. Knight to c3 again. Look at that. See, he changed. He goes, I know what you want to play. I'm gonna play the other knight out instead, so you can't pin me. It now goes into like more of a Catalan structure. Nice. Let me get my analysis up again so I can see what's going on. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right, there. Now I should have it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so white's a little bit better here. Yeah, I can't even hardly get in there. Moving quickly now. They're blitzing it out a little bit, aren't they? Bishop takes bishop being suggested, but castles instead. And bishop to f4 for white is the suggested move. It's hard to keep up though when they start moving fast like that, right? There, maybe machine's feeling a little bit good. Got some tempo going here. Sorry, this knight move is number 2, and bishop takes b4, number 3. So those are the 3 moves suggested by Stockfish in that order. First move there is 1.07 better for white. Second move, knight to c3, 0.86 better for white. And knight to c3, okay, so second best. Black side of things, I can't even get in there too fast, right? d5.93 right now. d5.93 for white. Top move. Number 2, knight to b5, coming with 0.4. And rook to b1, third best, coming in at 0.33. Plays a3, who knows where we're at now. Black slightly better. Wow, it's gonna start switching like crazy. They're not playing. They're playing quickly, and they're also playing a little bit less accurately. Not keeping their advantages as much as they just kind of race forward. And we saw this last time. This is what Miles did last game against this structure. Now remember, in the other game though, there was a pawn on c3 that the knight was looking after, and then we saw Italian Machine very wisely say, "I'm going to allow the pawn to get captured." He played f3 in that game. and understood the knight had no way out, right? So kind of similar to this game because of the c4 pawn. Not that the knight's going to come into here, but again, we see that pawn having some effect if the knight was going to try to go forward. So nice. Queen to b3. Top, what's next here? b5. And next would be e3. Interesting. And I kind of like to put these up just to see where we're at in terms of those engine lines. These guys have both been playing really, really good chess. You know, do they find these? Do they come up with their own ideas? Seen them go with their own ideas a few times, especially as we begin to go faster. But I feel like on the long thinks, you know, 5 to 10 seconds. But when they think for any amount of time beyond like the 1 to 3 second range, it feels like they're finding those lines pretty well, you know. So I would expect Machine to find one of these moves here. We'll see though, right? And these structures, I always feel like for myself, sometimes this can be a little bit hard to play against as the white side because you really feel this knight, you know, it's like the knight along with this bishop's support, along with the pawn. It just feels like black's pieces are really well coordinated, and so finding like a target or finding ideas is a little bit harder in this type of position, right? Somehow it's less natural, like what should I be going after? Hard to find a weakness over here that's like this e6 pawn looks somewhat weak, but this isn't a half open file, it's still got a pawn there, so there's no way to get rooks in to attack the pawn, and you're just kind of looking at the board like, hey, what could I attack? And that's where the computer's move came in. Computer says, hey, what about e6 along this diagonal? Can I make something weak? Can I make e5, you know, come with a bit of a tactical shot maybe or something, right? So, all right, so queen to c2, top move. What else we got going on here? Knight to e1, and also b5. Now b5, I gotta say, myself, I was thinking b5 right away. That's what I wanted to play. I played knight to b1 in King's Indian structures a lot earlier in the game. And interesting to see what the Machine does in this situation, right? How does he handle this? What does he do here? Machine's using that clock a bit too. Look at Miles. Only 35 seconds? Miles got upset about getting in time trouble, I think, in the other game. So now, racing along, right? Trying to not fall into time trouble again. Nice. Good stuff. So we had 2 Nimso Indians today. Actually, this is actually the Queen's Indian Defense Capablanca variation. I was not aware. Queen's Indian Defense Capablanca variation. Nice. Oh, that's right, because Machine avoided it, right? He played knight to f3 instead of knight to c3. That's how we got the change into a Queen's Indian instead. The bishop didn't come out to b4, did it? Nope. Different stuff. Actually, I guess it did technically come out to b4, but not with a knight pin. The bishops hit into each other. Yeah, Machine really giving a long think here. And of course, you don't have the analysis looking right at you. It's awfully hard to find the moves, right? You're like, what's gonna do it? We might be seeing too that, well, when we first got started with this, if you guys remember, we talked about the differences here, right? So this is actually the rapid time control, right? So 2327 to 2357. Some of the other ones might have been better for Miles. I think Miles prefers some of the faster stuff, right? So if this has been a bullet match instead, maybe Miles would be performing a little bit better, having the higher bullet rating. Yeah, b5. So again, that's the move I would have played. Seems like a very natural, like, human selection choice. Queen c2. All of the top moves seemed awfully hard to understand. Okay, so rook can come over here as the top one. e5, number 2. Oops, that's e4. My bad. e5. And there's one more move there, but I didn't get there in time. But the move played seems very natural. Get both those knights supported, and so the only thing I really think about now is this bishop maybe getting a little bit loose, right? And maybe that's the idea of this, is I can do this, and then just bring the bishop back and have it be defended. Somehow I feel like being undefended could be something white could use in the future. In fact, that might have been the idea with queen to c2. Maybe it was queen to c2, knight back, and then trying to get pressure on this guy that was being thought about by the PC, maybe. Anyway, knight back. There's our 1. And I should be giving analysis links, so giving the point totals of this as well. So they're all roughly a pawn advantage. 1.04, 0.93, and then this one is 0.89. So 1.04, 0.93, and then yeah. So again, finds the top one. That's what's going to make machine so hard to beat. The amount of times in like a position where it's a little bit unclear what the top move would be, he's kind of able to see that, like, well, what do I have? Well, maybe I can pin this knight to have eyes on this unprotected piece, right? So, but it still seems like a nice position for black in a way. I like the h5. I wonder what that was about. Was that even suggested? Interesting. Yeah, it actually likes this next move here. It wants to do that top move, e5, and this is just me not understanding the game as well. Like these pawn moves, these little levers, used so often by top players, but I'm still a little bit away from that. So those are the top three. 0.7 advantage for white, 0.95 advantage for. Oh, and look at that, he finds it again. So both these guys playing very accurately, finding really good moves. Knight to f4, now the top move, followed closely by g takes f4. G takes h4 rather. Yeah, this is the next best. And then also queen to e1. And f3 shows up. So now we're outside of. So that's a 2-pawn. Yeah, this is. White's doing really well here. It's got white at 1.2 advantage. And again, that's Italian machine. So this could be 3 for 3 if machine gets this one. Amazing. You know, I get frustrated. I've lost a lot of games to Italian machine, but as I watch him play and I watch the analysis, you know, when somebody's in those top 3, 4, 5 lines consistently, and especially in positions where it's not necessarily clear or easy to find, it's really hard to beat those guys. You know, he's just very accurate and very good. Very strong player. A lot of respect for Machine. I always love when he stops by the stream as well. That's one reason why we have the emotes for these guys, because how talented they are, you know? Really good players. Okay, so that threatens a fork, right? If we just look at the board, that's like that threatens to fork. So hg3 is a top move here for black. Next is queen to f7. Oh, sorry, I should be doing it this way. Oh, I did it right. Never mind. So queen to f7 is next. But maybe have this is like a threat I was trying to show, but. And then the other move was rook f to e8. So chooses number 2. Makes sense to break up the pin, right? Or the fork rather. So. The machine's getting pretty low on time. A 5-minute advantage for the other side now, due to the amount of time that machine's been using to really look this thing in. And respect to machine for that. You know, you win a couple games, you could get lazy, you could start moving kind of quickly, or you know, assuming you're just gonna win. But you know, not the case against title players. So he's taking his time, making sure to try to make what machine thinks to be the best move, right? So. Pressure on e6 with that move. Defends e6, okay. White also, it's weird to say enjoys, but white does have both bishops. You know, the fact they're hitting into pawns makes them a little bit less interesting to me right now, but obviously as the game goes on, those pawns move forward or come off the board, those bishops became very, very active and very wonderfully attacking pieces. So, all right, so c5. c5, must be white's move, right? Yeah, c5 is the top move. Knight takes h5, number 2. So that's this way. Oops. And then number 3, knight to d3. Those are the 3 moves that Stockfish is looking at. And all of them come with a 2-pawn, 1.97 and 1.71 advantage. So all of them leave white pretty far ahead. But even this move kept a 1.43, it looks like. So king h8, top move for black now. I couldn't get there in time, guys. Wow. And they're going to start blitzing a little bit. Because look at, Miles is going to want to make Machine feel that time pressure by continuing to play fast now. You know, he's got him in a minute 37. Why not go ahead and move a little bit faster? You got plenty of time as black, but move a little bit faster and really make, you know, Machine play with that time. Oh, look at this. He's trying to come into here. That's nice. That's what he's eyeing. He's eyeing that square, I'm sure. So yeah, the computer likes queen to g6 for that reason, to get off that knight's attack. Knight to h7, another way to kind of help control the knight's attack, control the square the knight's going to go. Or knight to d7, probably clearing a square for the queen. So all related to this move, I think. everything coming in and relating to the fact that the knight's going to come into a wonderful position in a minute. And once these pawns, the pawn on f7 and h7, have gone forward, you know, where they're not controlling this square, notice that, you know. Make sure you guys are looking for those wonderful places to post your pieces. And we see Machine rerouting here, understanding that, right? So, and he's also got ideas of even going backwards, coming back in here. I mean, you can always, lots of dynamic play here, lots of ways you can play this position. Interesting with the pawn on e2 though, huh? Wouldn't that pawn be happier here somehow? Alright. Knight to g5. Move that we talked about a moment ago, right? Top move. c5. Number 2 move, sorry about that. I got a little bit carried away there. And then queen to d2. 2.2, 1.3, 1.07. So again, every move of those still favoring white. He chooses again the top move. Nice job. Nice job. Feels somewhat natural though. Attack the queen on h7, or sorry, f7 rather. And yeah, that looks nice. Oh, what am I missing here? Oh, it's bishop takes bishop, right? Ah, yeah, bishop takes bishop. Okay, it's cool. For some reason, I was thinking it was bishop takes pawn at first. Forgot there was a bishop there. I'm like, wait, what just happened? All right, so a minute and 12 seconds. So we're gonna see Machine play a lot faster now. Hey Jack's wife, how you doing? We're just watching some wonderful games between FM Lorne and Italian Machine. Machine already leads 2-0, right? So Machine's got the 2-0 advantage. Takes away the G4 square from the knight with that H3 move. Yeah, and you just feel like, if we were to flip the board for a moment, look at that. Look at the space advantage for white. Somehow the black pieces have limited squares they can make it to. And for that reason, Lorne looks to make some exchanges. Like, hey, white's pieces are somehow performing better than mine. Maybe I should look to trade some of them off, like starting with this knight, right? Nice idea. Ah, I don't know. Do you let this knight live? Maybe, huh? Machine opened up. Anyway, let's go back and look at it from Lorne's side again. Of course, Lorne needs this win. You know, already down 2 games in the match, so gets off that rook's X-ray vision there. Does Miles. 51 seconds. Time really becoming a factor here. It is a little bit crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I like these rooks. I like these rooks for. I'm liking the knight and I'm liking the rooks for black. I actually like Miles' position better, even though Miles used a little bit less time throughout the game. It just feels like white's pawns are more harassable and like harder. It's harder to go after everything, right? H pawn is weak. H3 pawn. I mean, look at these. Look at the number of pawns without pawns to protect it. Like somehow, like almost all of white's pawns seem like targets. And then you know you kind of picture like some pressure coming up here eventually. You've already got the queen on that. You can put 2 rooks on it as well. That seems like a lot of pressure. The only question is, and you could also do this and attack this guy. I mean, it just seems like a lot of natural moves. Whoa, now that's a serious move. That's a serious move by him. Look at that, deflecting this rook to take the... Jeez, how do you see that so fast? How do you see that so fast? Man, you just saw it instantly. I mean, it's clearly a good tactic, but you look at the time that he had. Must have been thinking during Lorne's turn, because my gosh. My gosh, that looks sweet. Now what do you do? Goes for the rooks. Goes for the rooks in time trouble. This is exciting. Wow. 17. Oh wow. The time, right? Whoa. Whoa, man. This is great. Holy cow. Rook back to G2 maybe? Yeah, rook back to G2. Just kind of keep things protected. Oh, the time, right? And Machine finds the idea of pushing the H pawn, going after a queen over there. The computer's got this thing almost dead equal. Almost dead equality here. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. I love this stuff, you know, imbalances. There's so much fun. But look at the time, 7 seconds for Machine. It's got to keep coming now. This is 10 plus 0, no time coming back, so you got to move quickly. Will not get time back here. Wow. Pawn up, pawn up, pawn up. Can you do it? Yeah, there he goes. Queen checks. Oh, and he loses on time. Machine with a loss on time as Miles comes back in that game. Remember, white was up as much as 2 pawns at one point during that game. Wow. That was fantastic. What a job by Miles. Both playing quickly throughout the game, and also at the end finding some great moves when Machine got in time trouble. That was great. All right, so D4 by Miles. Now remember, Machine. Oh, this is different. Yeah, Machine played the white side against this. What does he play? Oh, we saw the Trompovsky. That's right. We're seeing. Okay, so they're both selecting the same lines. This is what we saw last time. Trompovsky attacked last time as well. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and again, this very much looks like my Carl Khan games in terms of the pawn structure. You guys have seen me do this a lot of times where I'll capture with the G pawn, and we see Italian Machine, much like myself, choosing that type of play, and fun stuff. This is fantastic. I'm loving these games. I think last time we saw a pawn here, and then there was a capture maybe, and then queen captured, something like that. I think in the other game. Or maybe the queen came out this way and then captured a pawn there. I think we actually missed part of the beginning of the game because I was trying to get that win and loss thing in there in time, right? So, but Machine's still up 2-1 here. Wow. And I'm not sure how many games they're going to play either. This is fun. Knight C3. Yeah, Machine again using more time than Miles. Now Miles does prefer the faster time controls slightly based on his rating differences with Machine. So Miles a little bit better at bullet, like slight margin better, and Machine better the other way, right? So we have those ratings we showed you guys at the beginning. If you guys came in late, I'll flip back and show you that real quickly. You can see bullet 2286 and versus 2340. I mean they were the close across the board though. Just happened to go into a time control where Machine is slightly better. So. And you guys can see it there on their ratings as well, the 2362, etc. So, wow, I do not play this way as black. This is exciting. You know, I've never, I don't think in any of my games I've allowed that. Not on stream anyway. I haven't had these doubled guys over here without a pawn here. Like the pawn, I like this cluster, right? That's a cluster I'm usually going for. Whoa. Somebody just subbed. It's so small I can't read it. Twitch Fish Chess. Twitch Fish Chess coming in with a 3 month, and 9 months? Let me look at this real quick. Can't even read. 9 months might make more sense. Wow. 9 total. Holy cow. Tier 1 for 3 months in a row. Holy cow. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. There he is. Subscribe for 9 months. That's what it is. Currently on a 3 month streak. Awesome. Thank you so much, Twitch Fish. Yeah. What a game we have here. Alright, let's start giving some of these lines now. Oops. I haven't been doing any analysis in this game. Let's get that going. Oops, I always do it the wrong way the first time. There we go. Okay, so H-pawn forward is actually the top move here. Bishop to E2, number 2, and the third best move, G3. Each one of those coming with 0.94 for white, 0.84 for white, and then this other move gets played, and it likes black better with bishop takes. Yeah, move played, right? So, interesting. Take that away. They're playing more quickly. It's been harder. I'm not sure how many games they're going to play, Twitch. Just been enjoying watching them play. Yeah, good to see F-Pawn's back in the house, giving some love here to the stream. That's always nice. And as you guys stream longer, as you know, you do start to have that fan base, those friends that you always see, and many of those people right now are in the chat. We got Roberts out there. Wait a minute, Roberts Chess? That's not Jay Roberts. That's a different Roberts. I didn't even notice that earlier. We had Stag out there earlier. I saw Roberts. I thought it was our Roberts. It's a new Roberts. How many Roberts are there? What on earth? Did you change your name? August 20th, 2020. The newer Roberts, I guess. All right. Somehow I missed that earlier. Oh, you changed your name. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, what are the odds? What are the odds we got new Roberts out there? Well, yeah, we'll see. All right, you get some sleep, Jack's wife. Good to see you again. Hopefully your school and classes are going well. And hopefully we continue to see some good battles here. I'd love if we can keep these matches really close to like the score between these guys. Let me adjust that. Oh, I can't adjust the clock. It's not a separate layer. Maybe I should make it a separate layer. Worry about it later. But yeah, you guys can see the wins and losses just fine. I'm not sure about the phone view, how it looks, but see something real quick. I got an eBay thing out there. Just want to see if 9 minutes on my eBay purchase, see if I get that or not. Got some magic cards, go figure, right? But wanted to get these lands. 9 minutes, I'm still the top bidder, so that's good. Anyway, I saw the alert. I'm like, what's going on? Cool, cool. But yeah, so it's 2-1. Italian Machine leading the way, and now we're seeing. Look at Italian Machine kind of filling in that pawn structure with this bishop. So these pawns look pretty horrible, but somehow that bishop kind of fills the gap nicely. You know, you can kind of learn something about how to use your bishop with pawns there. At the same time, though, you say, yeah, Jacob, it makes it kind of look a little bit better. But at the same time, is this a good bishop? No, it doesn't feel like it's a good bishop, but it is helping to hold the center. And you know, it is still the bishop pair, so no matter how you look at it, it's still the bishop pair. So that's always nice. Man, Machine is really thinking. Remember last game, lost on time. You want to see Machine kind of find it a little bit faster now, right? I was actually thinking A6 is what I wanted to play. Just trying to stop this stuff, but this makes sense too, just going after a G2 weakness. And Miles says, I'm not pushing any pawns for you. I'm just going to make the knight another defender. You know, we got 2-on-2 here. I guess I could do it this way. He's got 2-on-2. And now this D pawn advance. Man, everything in Black's position looks great except for the king. That king on E. You know, you look at White's pieces right now, they look like they're kind of far back and like this might be okay. But at the same time, it's like, if those white pieces get active, that black king's awfully centralized, you know? And will that be felt kind of thing, right? Attacking that bishop. So now where does that bishop go? Now, this seems somewhat natural. Attack the defender, kind of renews the attack here, right? That's what I'm thinking. PC also likes the top move, computer likes my move, bishop e7, the number 2 move, and bishop to f8, number 3. Always awkward when you go across it, right? But we'll put that back up there so you can see it again like this, right? So let's see, 0.43, white advantage after bishop b4, 0.6 with bishop e7, and 0.76 with bishop f8. So all slightly ahead for white, which is actually really good. The fact that Miles, almost with double the time as Italian Machine, enjoys a slight advantage, really good stuff, you know. So maybe Miles just kind of needed those warm-up games. I'm guilty of that. I need some warm-up chess, you know. I don't come out of the gates, you know, hitting hard. I have to play a couple games, and then you guys see me kind of improve a little bit, right? Those first couple games for me can be kind of rough. And maybe Miles have some of that same needs to warm up kind of thing going on. Although I did see him playing before the match, but he wasn't playing this time control. He was playing like he was playing bullet, and he was playing ultra bullet, I think, like faster stuff. Probably bullet, I think I saw. Yeah, bullet games. Those are fun to watch too. Man, he was preying on people's, you know how people like pre-move and stuff? Like in an obvious situation to play knight to f3, he played h3. His opponent played bishop to g4 and he just took. It was really cool. It was really cool. I wonder if he's considering sacrifices and such. I mean, Machine is really thinking hard here. Really thinking hard as he looks for this next move. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. It finds the top engine move. Oh, look at that. Miles is like, well, yeah, I know what you want to do. I'm gonna protect this thing again. You're trying to take away the defender. I create a new defender. Queen to e. This move is now the top one. So queen to d7. D takes e3. That was actually the second top choice. And still, white enjoying 0.74. So white's still quite a nice bit ahead here. And once f takes e3. So once this move is once this move is the top choice. Although creating that weakness on e3 is a bit, well, I mean, it's a good move, but it's like a bit hard to see. Yeah, that seemed like it could be natural, right? No, this is exciting. White's advantage just went way down though. Oh wow, now it's almost equal. Almost equal. Yeah, almost dead equal now after this. So white had quite an advantage, and now it's starting to slip away a bit. Although you look at that king for black, and it's like, how can black be? I guess because you still have both bishops, though, right? You got plenty of coverage for that king. But I'm also kind of feeling this, right? Bishop takes knight, man. Now white's way ahead with queen takes e3 check. It's got that as the top move. Wait, two pawns better for white. Rook takes has black ahead, second best move. So it goes from a 2-pawn advantage for white to a 0.6 advantage for black. And what the heck do they play? Oh, queen, yeah, so good job. Finds the move that keeps the advantage for white there. And it likes bishop to e6 now, top choice. But white's in the driver's seat after that. King to f8, number 2, and queen to e7, number 3. Wow. So we will see. It's like 1.62, 1.73, 2.60, so all pretty close. Whew. These guys in these games, right? And this is something I probably want to check out later on too. Even though I'm trying to analyze it as it's happening and showing the engine's top moves, it's one of those things without even seeing the engine later on, I might want to go back and say, what would I have wanted to do here? Kind of leave all that analysis off to the side and then think about the game on my own. Due to the time control and the fact these guys are like, even though rating wise it looks I'm 2200, but there's a big difference between 2200 and like higher 23 to 24 or 25, and these guys have the ability to be those 2500 plus guys, and they've shown that. So for myself, having the engine analysis is helpful, as I'm not likely to find the best moves in these wild positions, right? I mean, how many games do you guys see me play like this? Like 0, right? Fortuna's king's in the corner, my pawns are around my king. If otherwise I'm just losing quickly in this kind of, I can't play this stuff. Comes up with this move, allows either capture, and then this guy gets to live, I guess. So, but I mean, Miles is kind of picking up some stuff. Notice the white king enjoys this nice pawn shield, and the black king does not have anything near that, right? So, man, rook to d1, top move being offered. What else you got here? Got rook f d1, other move. Make this a contested square, and then the other one is queen to a3 check, queen to h3, right? Queen to a3. Oh, way over there. Okay. Queen to a3 check is the third, and those are 2.58, 2.58, 1.75. So all pretty nice advantage still. What's up, Franco? How you doing? 2020 capture. Nice emote. Good stuff. Yeah. So much fun. Let's give some shout outs here too. Both these gentlemen stream chess, and they're both titled players. So I know you guys like to watch titled players. I like to watch titled players. I mean, who doesn't, right? Oh, AAA, what the heck happened there? Oh, at the exact same time I gave the command, my chat bot fired out, hey, if you guys want to play Axis and Allies, here's a link. So kind of one of those funny happenstance, coincidence type things. All right, and then additionally FM Miles, so which is just FM Lorne rather. Sorry, there it is. Let me make sure that's his name on Twitch though. Yeah, and he's also live. So they're actually both streaming the event. So if you guys want to go watch them as well, you guys can. I'm just giving coverage here as well. So, but both these guys are streamers, and they're both out there streaming right now. So queen came up. I think I left it up a little bit too long there. White had already moved, right? White took the pawn on h7. Where does that leave us right now? Queen to h6 check is number 1, and this is the only move that keeps white with a big advantage, 1.32. Then it drops off with knight to c3, the other choice. That one drops all the way down to 0.13 advantage, and rook f to d1, which I think is kind of crazy looking. Rook f d1, and it goes all the way down to equal, which is weird, like just letting the knight fall and still equal somehow. Maybe based this kind of like perpetual check thing. And I think that's what it is. I think there'd be like queen to h6 check, some kind of perpetual stuff going on. Alright, so the rook comes over. b3 got played. That wasn't even in our list, was it? So now white enjoys a big advantage after that. 2.24, 1.59, 1.25 with top, yeah, g3. I didn't even get there in time. Wow. I haven't seen a time machine have a position like this too often, I'll tell you that. And time trouble. So again, Mao's playing faster and also enjoys the nice advantage. Wow. Bishop d2. Oh my gosh. He allows this. This is the top move, and it's good for black. It gets black back in the lead. Look at that. Then queen to g4 is the number 2 move. Let me take this off here so I'm not getting all messed up with my arrows everywhere, right? So if I can take that thing off eventually. Wow, lots of arrows. Okay. Yeah, finds the top move. I figure he would. A skewer like that, pretty easy to see, right? So, hey, I got it. I won. Cool. I won the eBay thing. That's good stuff. Let's go get my stuff. Good stuff. Yes. Victory is mine. Fun, fun, fun. Always fun when you get your eBay notices as you're streaming, but I don't do that too often where you bid on things. I don't like to wait, you know? Because you gotta wait a long time. Traffic lights, select those. Tries this check. Can't really go for perpetual though, because rook to e1 is met with bishop takes e1, right? So the king can probably walk to the... King can probably step over. Oh, it goes up there, okay. Oh, and that was a nice move. Look at that, covers the mating square. I was looking at that like, why there, right? But the idea is that bishop takes and rook takes if your queen isn't there. And then you don't want to give a check either because your queen just goes off the board. So you go here to keep an eye on the mating square, right? Because otherwise captures, and then this check is just meeting with mate because of the capture and the recapture, right? Back rank problems otherwise. Nice. Look up, was that? Yeah, black's ahead. So Machine kind of turning the page here, but 30, again, the time trouble. Just like last game, Machine gets a bit of a lead at the end, but is it going to matter? Or is the time trouble too much? Queen to c4, oh, he missed it. He missed his shot. Threatens mate. It's a mate threat, right? Awfully good stuff going on there. Stops the mate. All right. Come on, Machine. Of course, I'm kind of rooting for Machine, but I like both these guys, really. It's not like one winning is overly important to me compared to the other, but I definitely, well, I found out about the event from Machine, I guess, so I guess for that reason, too. Wow. So 26 seconds. You know, this is where no delay. If there was a delay, I think Machine would have a lot less trouble, right? But unfortunately, we don't have that, so, man, what do you do now? He's got to move. Guys, he's got 23 seconds. He can't think anymore. Ah, does he not see the time? Oh, it's a sack. He's going for the sack. And then the other rook over. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, and also if this... Yeah, do it, do it, do it. You know he's thinking it. There it is. I knew it. Yeah. This is getting good. Also threatens mate immediately. This is nice. Oh, he's got 19 seconds though, guys. What a game. Yeah, that's like a puzzle mate right there. You'll see that a lot of times in puzzles. First rook checks or sacks itself right. Yeah, look at that. Look at Machine. 19 seconds on the clock. Pulls out another win. 3 wins for Machine. 3 wins for Machine. 1 win for Miles. The Miles win was a time. It was a clock. Machine had gotten way behind on the clock. Lost in time pressure, but had a wonderful position. Wow. That's some quality chess right there. 19 seconds left. Sees the idea of sacrificing that rook on the H file, races over to do it. White makes what might be considered a passive move in response, and Machine capitalizes with rook takes H2, threatening mate in 1. Queen check is a bit, you know, it looks nice, but just doesn't quite get there, right? King to G7, quite safe on G7, still with all the mate threats present. Also keep in mind H4. H4 did, actually H4 might have done something after all. H4, rook takes H4 wouldn't have worked. Pawn takes, controlling this square. Also knight controls E4. How does black get in then? Would have been a lot harder. Would have been a lot harder after H4. So had Miles just made that one extra move with that time left, maybe that would have been enough to hold on and get the win, or win on time. So, well, all right. Let's see. What are they doing over there? It's kind of hard being cut off from their stream. Let me turn on my phone real quick and see what we were looking at here. Great stuff. Let's see. Open up Twitch on the phone. Go find these guys, right? There's a time machine. All right. Turn this up a little bit. Play a stream. See what they're doing. Where's the next game, right? That's what I'm thinking. I want to see another game. Come on. Or maybe that's it. Maybe that's the, maybe with the 3-1, maybe that's their match. You might switch to another time control in a moment as well. Instead, I'm trying to tune in and find out myself what's going on here, so hopefully we find out soon. Oh, man. Good games, though. All those games are great. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tuning in. Always fun to see good quality chess between 2 titled players, FIDE Master Miles and National Master Italian Machine. Good stuff. So they're talking about that last game a little bit, doing some analysis. He's going back over. If you guys want to check that out on Italian Machine's stream, give you guys those shout outs again. Go check these guys out. Let's. I'm here to celebrate some friends tonight, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, Machine. So there's Italian Machine. If you guys want to check out his stream, make sure you guys go give him a follow when you head over there as well. And then FM Miles too. FM Lorne. Sorry, FM Lorne. I always say Miles because of his name on Lead Chest, but there he is. So both of them are streaming as well. There's all three of us streaming this event. Of course, they're saying it from their own side as they play. And I'm just trying to give some coverage and also give some engine lines as we follow along with these guys. I'm asking if they're playing more games. It's just so ridiculous. Oh, he's going back through and look at the analysis throughout the game. Little does he know we had that. We had that throughout it, right? And you can see this is there you go. If I do all the way up in there, we're actually watching. Or I'm actually watching FM Italian Machines NM Italian Machine stream right there. So there you go. Ooh, look at that. Doing analysis, right? We just saw this game, so you guys can see the position looks familiar there, right? And he's like, why did I think of this? Okay, so it looks like Italian Machine missed a draw that was on the board. And he should have played for it because White got so far ahead, he's saying. At that moment, anyway. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully some more games. Rookie 5 was a blunder. You're saying anyway. I don't know, guys. There's not gonna be more games. Maybe just sort of like an arena or something. You got plenty of people here. Definitely play some other chess if we're not gonna have this thing continue. But we're doing some analysis for now. I'll leave this thing loaded up. I'm gonna take a quick break. The games will automatically start again. And should they keep going, we'll have the next game show up automatically. We'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. And hopefully we have more chess coming from these two wonderful players. But perhaps with a 3-1 advantage, maybe that was the differential they were looking for, some kind of decisive lead for one side or the other, and maybe they achieved that in a relatively lower amount of games, right? Only 4 games, but hopefully more games are coming. Be right back. Alright, sorry for all that noise. Trying to grab some cheese sticks. They're still not playing yet, huh? Oh man, that's no good. It's no good. What do we do, right? Hate to abandon the event early if it's going to be more games. Let me message him on Twitch and see if he's going to... See if he's got anything to tell me here. Yeah, a good thing to find out in the future before we go on air is like, hey, how long is this thing gonna go for? How many games? And then that way, I don't hang around too long afterwards if it's actually over. So, eating some cheese here. Gotta stay energized as a streamer, especially before you play chess. Man, what a bummer. I want to see more games, you know? And maybe we should do this, you know, like Twitch Fish and I, this 10.0 time control seems really, really nice for some good quality games. It has just that element of speed where, unlike the 25+5 that we played in the past, you really do have like one side possibly winning on time as well. I like when the clock is part of the equation, right? So easy in chess to have it be all about like the better player winning, but it's kind of nice too when the clock can kind of save you. As someone who likes to play fast, I like that anyway. So, got nothing though, huh? No response from him. Maybe Lorne will answer me. Of course, they're streaming, so they might not even see these messages coming in if they're like focused on their own stream, right? But we can hope to get a response here. We can hope anyway, right? So, all right, let's see what happens here. Oh man. Okay, well. Anyway. Bummer, right? Neither one of them is answering me. I guess I just gotta walk away from it. So we'll get things cleaned up here in a second and walk away from these games. But wow, you know, good games that they were. Maybe wait till like 10, maybe 10-10. We get like 4 more minutes, and then as we do that, maybe create our own arena or something. Bummer. When I see matches and stuff, I always hope like maybe I'll get lucky, it'll be like a 24-hour match. You know, 24 hours of chess. You know, winner takes all. That never happens. For the next 48 hours, Twitch Fish and I are going to play chess. That'd be pretty cool, right? You guys are like, wait, Twitch Fish and Fortuna for 48 hours? What? At the end, we're just like, this, just like, you know, unable to even touch the mouse, really. You take it, you take it. Probably get pretty silly at some point. Attrition chess, right? Anyway. Minutes here. Bummer. What a great event though. It was fun, I guess. Maybe I should stop streaming. Let's raid him. That's what I'll do. I'll raid him. That seems like a safe choice. And then I can always do a separate machine and upload this stuff to YouTube. But you guys have a great night. I'm gonna send you guys over. I'll go right back on in a little bit. So see you guys. See you guys in a little bit. Of course, you guys are all here to watch them anyway, so that makes sense in my opinion. So, bye for now, guys. Thanks a lot for stopping by.